Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Monday, we're right back to the top of the workshop looking at the top performing map of the moment, and it's this one, a very flat, lovely, buildable, real-life location in Europe. Don't want to do a flat, buildable European real-life location from a top creator? Well, how about from a different creator, a flat, buildable, real-life location in America? Look, we have both bases covered today. We have the top performing map of the moment, and we have the longest waiting request map, both of which are flat and buildable. One really lovely for a European build, one really lovely for an American grid city. Listen, it's going to be a winner day. Isn't it going to be a winner day? It's going to be a winner day. And to celebrate that, what are we going to do? That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's first map is Lower Rhine, Rhine by Uncle Ron. Yes, I'm completely butchering Rhine. Yes, it's a real life location in the Lower Rhine, best known for the city of Dusseldorf. Okay, there's your start square, a little bit bland, but trust me, the map more than holds up for it. Terrain heights, it's a flat buildable location. And then we got strong resources. Strong resources. Even oil in the river, if you dare. If you dare. If you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing in that river, well, maybe you should dare with that, because you've got all of the little fishes. Off to the workshop. What do we need? No DLC required today. Nicely written description with all of the instructions, one of which I haven't followed correctly, but we'll get to that, I promise. A few shout outs including to Deacon, of course to Deacon, and to some guy called BonBon, who spent his time reviewing just Uncle Ron's maps, nobody else's. Here's your one-click collection. It's a little bit on the lengthy side, not one for those with the potatoes today. We'll be using the Theme Mixer 2 with a combination of Homecoming, Euro 4K and Hazard, along with Reaper's Realistic Final LUT. There is also a shout for the Advanced Vehicle Options mod and Tree Anarchy as well. Railway 2 is also there, recommended for the Traffic Manager as well. So all of the things. Now, Advanced Vehicle Options is one that I have it ready, and then I kind of also messed it up a little bit. So we won't actually be looking at it today, but I will briefly cover why you will want Advanced Vehicle Options and why there is one thing missing off of that one-click collection. Just one little thing. Oh, Uncle Ron. Oh, don't worry, we're not going to cry about it. We're all friends together, aren't we? We are? Well, everybody apart from that Deacon. Oh, anyway, down to ground level, we are looking at a pretty good, realistic, one-to-one style build for Dusseldorf. Yep, that's what we're looking at here. Lower Rhine, and it's Germany. Okay. And now, this intersect, if we were to take a right here, we've got a kind of a ring road that goes up and around and into the fog and down the side and something like that. We're not going to do the ring road because that's the old style of WhatsMap where I just take you around for a long drive for no particular reason. We're going to go straight towards the start square. That's going to be more interesting for most of you. If you want to have those long drives, then harass me in the comments, okay? Just harass me in the comments. Say, BonBon, we enjoyed your long, wistful drives and wittering about your nothings. And if 1 million people comment in today's show, then I'll blow up overnight for starters. But also, I'll probably be forced to do it. So, yeah, you can bend me. You can bend me whichever way you want me. That came out completely wrong. Anyway, a little bit of a bump in the terrain there. I'm sure it's based on real life and it's well driven. The thing is, you see the bump like that, but when you go down the ground level and have a look at it, it's not really a bump. It's all down the scale and just, you know, everything just is of a certain size, and yeah, it makes sense. It makes it. Just trust me, my brain makes sense sometimes. Not often, but just sometimes. Anyway, what we're looking at with the highway, we're going to come to a like a dead end. We could take a left, but we'll have to take a right, really, because frankly, left don't go very far. And right is going to bring us down even closer to that start square. So yes, Uncle Ron, we've reviewed them about 10 times in the past. I think it's about 10. I did count, but it might have been 9, it might have been 11, but it's about 10. The two highlights, I'll say the highlights, we've got plenty of 12-star reviews and such. Here's your start square location, by the way, just here before we get to the bridge. Episodes 1263. 1263, Uncle Ron got 13 stars, which is magnificent, but not as magnificent as episode 1466. Yeah, Start Square River, highways, looks good, looks very, very good. What am I looking for? Looking for rail. I've got Railway Replacer mod in operation here, and I've chosen the German catenaries, of course. Why wouldn't I? This is Germany. Yeah, episode 1466, that's the one to go and have a look at if you want to see something really outstanding. It got 14 stars and shortlisted for Map of the Year. So, yummy. Is today's map up to that standard? There's the question. There is the question. It's very nice indeed. Some would say exceptional in its own way, and I wouldn't argue that. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people might want a little bit more detailing here and there. Loving the docks area, by the way. Loving the work that you've done there. And there's a little bit of detailing here and there that I think deserves a bit of a shout out, and we'll look at that when we do the skipping about and jumping about of the points of highlights. Coming very shortly. Coming very, very shortly. Anyway, we have an airport. This one's got a slightly long runway than the one that we saw the other day. Just slightly. In fact, we've got two slightly longer runways than the one we saw the other day. Or is it coming? I'm recording these in the wrong order. I think it's coming. Actually, yes, it's this week coming. Look out for Wednesday's runway, okay? Just keep a special eye open for it. Then we have some very nice intersections, okay? Based on the real life intersections, these are very sweetly done. Yes, it's just a cloverleaf, but no, it's not a vanilla cloverleaf. This one looks a little bit messy, but it's actually very cleanly done. Again, judging only on what I've seen in the real life look downs in the Dusseldorf area. Looks a bit low, that, but is it? Oh, and look at the street lamp. The street lamp just in the right place there to avoid a street light clipping penalty. And I do penalise, you know, when I see a street light clipping. That's probably okay, I think. Probably. In terms of height. Over here, though, we do have one of those stray clipping street lamps. It's not actually under the highway line, though. That's a one-lane bridge there, so it's not strictly speaking in the highway. It's still not quite perfect, though, is it? Meanwhile, over here, have a look at this bridge. Yeah, look at this guy here. Can you see him in this truck? Just clipping through the ends. Definitely not donut proof, is it? This is the thing. That is not donut proof. It's not even truck proof, really. So just a little bit on the low side. Also here, same location, a little bit of stop-start traffic. We have got a nod to Traffic Manager, which is a way of like just making things work a little bit more slickly. So there is that, I guess. Another very slick looking intersection here. I have no complaints about this. This is just very tidy. We have had a quick look at the docks area. I'm having another look at the docks area because I like the shape of these. And I guess, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I, huh? Nice looking custom bridge as well. Beautifully done. Very clean and crisp. But what I came down here for is for these ripples of mud along the banks. I've had a little look at Google and they are there, but they are actually accented with like little stone pier type things that just, I guess they're there to prevent it or being eroded away. I don't know if I would like to have seen the little stone piers, like 1 million of them all the way along. It's probably why Uncle Ron hasn't done it, is because of there would have been so much extra detailing involved. Just having the right shape there is something, I guess. Now, if you want moving water in the start square, we have strong water movement in the start square, so there's no complaints with that from me. Now, there's something. And then with the shipping routes. Now, this is the thing. We do have one shipping route going the length of the map and some fairly low bridges, which is why we have the AVO mod. Now, he has also linked to the one-click collection for the cargo ships, but the riverboat is not listed in there. So if you want to avoid shipping clipping, you'll need the AVO mod, and then you've got your river container ships here. But the cruise ship, as it stands at the moment, will still be appearing. There is a riverboat there. If you know what to look for, I think it's just called riverboat. Search riverboat, and you'll be able to swap out the cruise ship as well. But technically speaking, we will have shipping clipping on this map because Uncle Ron hasn't been. Well, he's been good, hasn't he? He's been good. But he hasn't been perfect. It's a list of everything that we're going to need. If it is there, I'm sorry, I've skipped over it and I missed it. But yeah, you know me, I'm not imperfect. But this is a perfect intersection. Is it a perfect map though? Tell me. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Make sure you vote on the right map though, because there are 2 to vote on and they're both worthy of a vote. What do I think of this first map? Well, I think it definitely looks like the location. We've got a really good theme mix that makes it sharp. And I think all told, we are in 4 stars, but we're in the lowerish end. It could have more polishing done to it, but it's still 4 stars to me. Detailing, I gotta say the same. I think the aesthetics are slightly higher than the detailing. Detailing's on point, but there could have been a lot more done to make this map really come to life. I'm going to go 4 stars again, but I'm going to go at the right bottom end of 4 stars. Gameplay potential. Do you know what? The only reason why I'm not going to give this 5 is because I think we could have had that riverboat put in for perfection. That's it. So it's going at the top end of 4 stars for me. A lower Rhine by Uncle Ron. Uncle Ron has not let us down. High quality as always. Top work. And a BonBonB seal of approval, because I heartily approve of this. I love Uncle Ron's work these days. But do I like intermissions? Could do with one. Let's just see, shall we? That was a very nice intermission. Anyway, intermissions are there to separate up the maps, and today's second map, we are off to small town America. And boy, is this iconic, this map. It's an iconic shape. It's just stylized and striking, and I can't think of another reason to blow it up. So if you're ready for the longest waiting request map, which is this one, creator request map that is, let's have a little look at Grove, Oklahoma by I Can't Think of a Name. I can. I would call myself I Can't Think of a Name. That seems like a perfectly good name. Anyway, there's your start square. It's going to be small town America grid city style build if you're looking to recreate the area. And that's what the area looks like. It's that shape. And we have some chessboard for field painting. Listen, if you want to do it, do it. It's fine. And it looks striking for it. Fishing, if you've got Sunset Harbour and want to do some fishing, we have anchovies and a little bit of salmon, which is enough. And then off to the workshop. What do we need today? Well, it's mass transit. You will need mass transit for this one. We'll also be using the Oklahoma summer theme. Tree Anarchy because Tree Anarchy. The realistic 1.2 LUT. Nicely written description. Another shout out for BonBon. BonBon's getting big headed over here. Can he cope? Can he cope with being put in the same company as Mr. Maison? And the answer is probably. Anyway, other than Mass Transit, which is the DLC, and a recommended theme, and the theme Oklahoma summer. Wonder where you got the idea for using an Oklahoma theme on an Oklahoma map. I don't know. Anyway, real life location. We are a long way from anywhere really in Oklahoma. A long way from anywhere. Anyway, this is one of those maps that is going to be disinteresting for many. Absolutely adorable for even more many. Because small town America, who wouldn't? For me, it's not my taste in map because I'm not a small town America kind of guy. But I know there is a whole bunch of people that are after exactly this sort of map. And it's a map that doesn't really have anything wrong with it. So we're going to sing its praises. Even though it's not really to my personal, my personal I must play kind of list, you know. I'm going to show you on the map, this map, not the big world map. I'm going to show you where we are. I'm in Oklahoma, yeah, Middle-ish America. We are, I think the nearest big city is Tulsa, but we're even closer to Miami. Try and work that one out. Try and work that one. We'll get to there in a minute. Anyway, yes. So what's coming up on this channel? I have got a whole bunch of things I need to be working on. I'm still trying to get the viewer's choice resolved. That's to come. Got a little bit of streaming to come up this week as well. On Thursday, a little bit of BonBon Island on Thursday night. That'll be 9 PM UK time. Come and join me for a little bit of live build and join me in the chat. And then as of next week, Treasure Island, that's a Cities Skylines map hunt thing that we do. Just hunting around trying to find the gold where there is no gold. That's moving to Tuesday nights as of next week. So don't be expecting it tomorrow, but in another week's time, we'll be doing Treasure Island Tuesday nights, 9 PM, and that'd be great to have you along for that as well. It's always a lot of fun. You never know what you're going to get with that one. It's like opening a Kinder Egg. You're just like, oh, what sort of toy am I going to get? And of course, in America, look at the American map here. Of course, you don't have Kinder Eggs in America, do you? Because they might kill people. Yeah, let's not go down that path. Let's not go down that path. But yes, I understand. Yeah, FDA rules and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, Start Square. There we go. It's actually quite neat. I think of all the places, I mean, this is where the actual town of Grove is anyway. But that's where I'd want to be building in this area here. I mean, that area over there is a bit meh. We've got an interesting coastline. We've got rail as well. Now, you're ready for the most exciting rail you have ever seen. Are you? Because, checking, a bit of catenary chaos there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Again, I'm not even sure if you have catenaries there. You know, it's one of those, probably use catenary replacer to remove the catenaries completely, I would think. Probably. Anyway, yes, this is the most exhilarating rail ride you'll ever go for. There's no this is the thing. There's no reason why the forefathers and the forefathers and the rail builders of yesteryear in America would have built anything but a perfectly straight rail line on what is perfectly flat country. And that's just the way it is. This is one of the magical thing with Europe is there's not many places that are perfectly flat, and where they are perfectly flat, they have very, very old settlements. So think of the Netherlands, right? Very old settlements in the Netherlands, old towns built around like star-shaped forts and all those kind of things, and old castles and around river networks, and so we don't have grids. I mean, there is a little bit of grittiness here and there, and if you go to certain places in the UK, some of the new towns, the Milton Keyneses, are a little bit gritty, and everything's kind of gritty, if a little bit squint in some ways, I guess. But when you've got a map like this, which is really super flat, and there was no reason for it not to be super flat and straight lines. Oh, look, there might be a rail junction here. How exciting. Why would you not have a perfectly straight rail line? You wouldn't. There's no reason why you wouldn't. So there's that. It's a big country as well, America. Very quite big. Just a little bit sizable, you know. Anyway, if we head down this way, we've got another rail line, which is... I promise... Look, I'll tell you what. How about I promise this rail line gets a little bit more interesting than that previous rail line. I'm going to do that for you. When I say I'm going to, I can't think of a name already has. First of all, we got a bend. Look, we've got a bend. A bendy rail. And look, we have forestry. But not just any old forestry. We have forestry in undulations. Yes, folks, we have some hilliness. Or more dippiness, actually. It needs to go down rather than up. But, yeah. This is, and it's very sweetly done. The theme luck combo make the whole area around here just come to life a little bit. I don't know what more to tell you apart from it's not a perfectly flat map. Did see in the comments that somebody was complaining that the map's not flat enough, and I'm looking go, well, actually I'm really quite glad. I'm really quite glad it's not super perfectly flat. There are very few places on this flat earth that are perfectly flat, are there? One or two. Not many. Not many. Anyway, over let's just take a little snifty around here. Here's one of those ships. Okay, there's a ship there. That ship is going to follow a path. So let's go and follow that path. We don't have the advanced vehicle options mod here. So we're now hoping that we don't get, because the previous map we were okay. We were covered a little bit. But there is a bridge. And that bridge looks a wee bit low for a ship. So let's have a little look in the little window. And there's that ship that's on its way now. And yes, there's a little bit of shipping clipping through there. A slightly too low bridge. You can always use AVO on this map. There's no reason why you can't use advanced vehicle options on this map. But I can only report what I can report, yeah? Anyway, we have water in the start square. That bit there. You're probably going to be using water towers anyway, so that's not really a huge problem. Just pump your sewage out there, or just whatever you want to do. Mod it. Modding it is perfectly fine. Perfectly acceptable. So yeah, I'd say the shapes over here are interesting. We've even got a little island. Oh, look, it's a BonBon island. It's a bit too small for a BonBon island, but you know what I mean? It's far enough away from the coast that I could go and set up camp there and have a nice quiet night. It would work for me. Detailing areas. This is probably the main detailing area on the entire map. First of all, we have the vanilla pier. Just there. And then just up here. Ah, isn't she lovely? It's the Essential Lighthouse in red. Oh yeah, lady in red is flashing at me. And up here we got this loop thing. I haven't chased this one up on the real map. I'm sure it's a real thing. I don't know what. Maybe it's a camping area or something. I don't know. Anyway, this looks a little bit like a wee wee thing. You know, having a little wee wee, just a wee bit. Oh, my brain is so tired. Can I go to bed now? Okay, right. What do you call somebody who likes big turbines? This was the question in the promo the other day. Yep, it's a big fan. There you go. So yeah, we got that in the middle of the map. But what have we got around the outside of the map? Where are we in the middle of nowhere? I did kind of promise I would point some directions. Like if we follow this highway, there's our start highway off in that direction. That will take us down to the Cherokee Nation, which is I'm sure a fine place to go. I'd love to go. Then over, if you were to go that way far enough, I think Tulsa is off in that direction somewhere, I think. And more importantly, Miami. I did mention Miami earlier. If you follow that road, that'll take you, I believe, to Miami. Not Miami, Florida, obviously. Miami, Oklahoma. Which is, I'm sure, just as magnificent. And probably less warm. Anyway, what do you think of this map overall? Come on, what do you think? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. You know what to do, but make sure you vote on the correct map. What do you think? What do you think? What do I think? What does anybody think? I don't know. I'm tired. Those of you that were with me on the stream earlier, yes, it's still going. Aesthetically, I like this enough, you know. It's a very strong, iconic shape. It's been done very cleanly and crisply. And I'm going to go into 4 stars. Lower end of 4 stars for many obvious reasons. But it's iconic enough, and I'm not one I'm going to forget. So, lowish 4. Detailing, there's nothing wrong with it. There's just nothing that makes me want to give it a 4th star. So I'm going to go for a top end of 3. There's nothing wrong with it. It won't let you down. And what's there is excellent. Gameplay potential. You know, I like this for an American small town build. If that's what you want, play it. It'll be easily 4 stars. I can't go higher than a lowish 4 because it's not a big city. And it could be. Grove, Oklahoma by I Can't Think of a Name. I think if it was a little bit more enticing to do a big city build on, i.e. the highways, which would be wrong to put multi-lane highways in on that particular map, but that might have increased playability. But then it would have also been wrong, and you would have been docked for that. You're in a no-win situation. Some locations aren't that smart for a high score. Still, 11 stars, that's pretty good. Anyway, are you still here? Good. Use the word of the day to prove it. Prove you're part of the 20 Now Elite, and I'll be back on Wednesday. No, where? Wednesday. What day? I go to bed. Bye.